I won't survive it. I will survive it. He's got a double barrel shotgun.
Кто здесь?
After a bit of a standoff, they both go outside to see who or what was out there. That's when Bertram darts off into the woods, chasing something, and seems to get lost.
You know what? I'll test it out one day.
Прошло уже 2 часа, как я зову Кучума, он не приходит.
It quickly turned morning, but Tim did not want to leave without his dog, so he begins to search, but he keeps coming across strange symbols and markings in the trees. Then he sees this.
Костер еще тепленький.
Pee-pee! Warm pee-pee. Oh wait, never mind, it's a fireplace.
Это что такое? Похоже на какую-то клетку.
With nighttime soon approaching and Kirchhoff still lost, he has no choice but to start up camp again. But what happens next is truly terrifying.
This is what he says every time. That is truly terrifying. Let me see. Oh, I'm not surviving that.
But to start up camp again.
Oh.
But what happens next is truly terrifying.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Run, Mama, run! No, there's no, oh my god, there's no time. Yo, please, yo, bro, I know you're hurting, but you have to run.
He manages to get away, and while he's hiding from whoever is chasing him, Kirchhoff shows up, and they quickly decide to leave. Now whether this is real or not.
Oh, so the dog shows up after the arrows were done shooting. Oh, so it was the dog shooting at him.
I'll leave it up to you to decide.
Man, this is why I don't like dogs,
always,
bro.
Let me know what you think. In 2005, 2 trains collided, carrying propylene gas, and Officer Randy was nearby, and his police cruiser, when he heard the explosion of the 2 trains colliding, and then he noticed what looked to be fog rolling in, but this was actually the propylene, which reached a nearby house, immediately igniting it, and you can see, as Officer Randy witnesses the tree line in front of him go up in flames almost instantaneously. And it should be noted that they still use this footage for police training purposes. Take a look.
Watch it. How did they think?
Explosion, hobo jungle, completely engulfed in flames. Phil, now you alright?
Damn, bro.
204 Central, we just had a huge explosion. We've got massive fire out here on Dudley here at the rental yard. All kinds of stuff on fire. Just lost power down here on the hill. 10-4. 209, you might want to back your unit up.
Is that a nuke?
Get your ass out of my way. Get the hell up out of here.
Oh my lord.
Unfortunately, there was one casualty, and this was the owner
One?
of the house
Bro,
where
you're
the
lucky
gas
it was one.
ignited from. And I can only imagine relaxing at home and seeing gas fill your house and not having enough time to react. But as always, I want to know what you think.
I think.
If you've made it this far,
Thank
you.
I do think.
Create a voiceover using your own voice.
On January 2nd of this year, a video was posted to Instagram, and the description
could have been
explains
more, bro.
how the
There could
parents
have been
woke
more.
up after hearing
Much
a
more.
disturbance in their daughter's room, and after ensuring that she was okay, they checked the security footage in her room, and what they saw terrified them, because you can see as she seemingly wakes up from a dead sleep at 3:33 a.m. and begins to stare at something that the camera can't see, but what happens next, they still cannot explain.
How this baby ain't crying?
As she stares at something in the room with her, a toy goes off on its own, and then the crib begins to violently shake.
Why isn't this kid crying?
Now the daughter seems to want nothing to do with this, and just lays down to pretend like she's asleep. Now this footage
What? No,
obviously
she
disturbed
fell.
her
She didn't lay
parents,
down.
but it
What?
begs the question
Hey!
as to what exactly was she looking at. But as always, let me know what you think.
I think it was,
At first glance, this video recorded on a Russian
the
island
guy
back in
from,
2014 might look relatively
Survival
harmless.
instincts
You can
of
see
a
three
baby.
construction workers on their break. They have a dog when all of a sudden a small bear cub approaches them and the dog starts to play. Now at first, things are completely normal, these construction workers are laughing, but little did they know, Mama Bear was right around the corner and things were not going to go well for them.
I would be crying and screaming for real. You guys are laughing at me back. Yo, he's gonna kill me.
Сейчас она ему поймает.
Oh, he brought on the gang! Damn three!
Сейчас она сзади нее вошла. Нахуй. Угонем на них, куда полетим, нахуй.
For nearly half a minute, the Russian men recorded this completely innocent interaction between their dog
so
and
it
this
doesn't
bear
matter.
cub, when out of nowhere, the mother bear comes out from behind a small ridge with its other cub, and their laughter quickly falls silent. It's at this point, they didn't really know what to do, so they stood completely still, hoping the bear would just move on. For what I'm sure felt like ages, both parties in this situation stood silently, staring at each other, sizing each other up, when the dog out of nowhere makes a slight movement towards the mother bear.
Она сзади нее вошла.
Yo, you're not the alpha, bro.
Угонем на них,
You're
куда
not the
полетим.
alpha here!
Нет,
Don't do
нет,
it. Don't you
вот
dare
я
do
уже
it. Don't you
эту
dare do it.
флешку из-
Don't you dare do it.
And to her, this is all the confirmation that she needed that this group was a threat, and she charges, and the video cuts off.
What?
Now-
What do you mean it cuts?
Despite the fact that the video cuts off, we know exactly what their fate was and how horrific it was. The following day, search crews would arrive on the island, and they would find the bodies of the 3 Russian men completely torn to shreds, and as for the dog, it did not make it out alive either. There were tufts of fur found around the area, with no body in sight. Presumably, the bears ate it. Even more disturbing, seeing as how mangled the bodies of the Russian men were, it was not possible to identify them visually. Instead, they had to rely on dental records, which confirmed that these 3 workers who recorded the videos were the same ones whose remains were now in front of the rescue workers. At the end of the day, it's unconfirmed as to whether or not the bears were responsible for what happened here, but it is highly likely
This is the
that
most
was
real
the
one I
case,
can believe,
and
bro.
these bears got off
Pixar, how you
completely
doing?
scot-free. They were never caught. Now, there is a very important lesson to be learned out of all of this. If you're out in nature and you see a bear cub, do not approach it. While the bear cub might not be very much of a threat towards you, the mother bear is likely not very far behind, and if she sees you or catches your scent, you are not going to make it out alive.
See, I know some of you would want to go and hug it.
My name is Latifa Thompson
No,
Lowe.
Latifa
I'm
Thompson
39.
again.
I've been with Juniper for 4 months, and I have lost.
Then
In
you arrest those
2018,
bears,
a
bro.
devastating
I'm
fire
scared of
broke
waiting.
out in Malibu, California, and much like the fires in California today, were incredibly hard to contain, leaving many people in danger and trapped on the mountain roads, much like this user, Rebecca Hackett, who stayed behind
that dog
to
in
save
time,
her
bro.
horses from White Cloud Ranch
away from
after
the fire.
ultimately having to leave after her evacuation route was blocked by fire. And this is what she caught on camera Take a look.
Oh my God, please leave the horses there. Please, God, please. Okay, this tunnel. Oh my God, oh my God.
Are they entering hell? What is this? What am I watching?
Oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, please, God, please. Oh my God. Oh my God, please let me out of here. Please, God. Please, God, please let me out of here. Please, God. Please. Oh my God.
Lady, how do you even see?
Oh my God. 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 Oh my God.
Scared for her life, she knew she had to keep going, knowing the rescue workers wouldn't be able to reach her. Thankfully, she was able to make it down the mountain, and after posting the video, it quickly went viral, and the local news
How did
team caught
people
up
be
with her
recording
to
in
get
these
her
type of
story,
situations, bro?
and you can tell she was terrified.
She was able to save all of those horses, 48 horses saved, and your mother made it out because she was there as well.
That's right. I mean, they're not all out of the clear yet, but hopefully everyone's okay.
Yeah. You are a hero, and you're brave.
You're
Outstanding.
a hero.
She was quickly deemed a hero after being able to save all 48 horses. But let me know, what do you think? You may have used a sleep app before, which are used to track the quality of your sleep. However, some apps actually record the noises that you make while you sleep. But for this Reddit user, the app recorded someone else. And in her thread, she explains how she lives alone in a second-floor apartment building where she's extremely cautious. And while the voice itself is very strange, if you pay close attention, you can clearly hear her voice and its voice overlapping. I've cleaned up the audio as best I can and added subtitles.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah. Waka waka baka baka.
Baka baka? What?
Audio as best I can and added subtitles.
Waka. Oh. Yeah. Waka waka baka baka. Waka. Oh. Yeah. Waka waka baka baka.
Now it's worth noting again that she does live alone, and the only rational explanation she could come up with is that someone was able to remotely access her Alexa, creating the noises that you hear. And while this Reddit user hasn't given any further updates, it reminded me of another Reddit thread. But this one was posted in 2015, and the story is quite similar, with this user living alone only with her 3-year-old son, and while using her Android app to record her sleep, she catches what sounds like her having a conversation with someone else in the room.
Hi.
What are you doing? Okay. That's What are you doing?
Does this lady have an alien ship in the background or something? What am I hearing? What is that?
Now this thread went viral, with many believing that the second voice is a male voice. But as always, let me know what you think. In 2023, an anonymous video was posted online depicting a truck performing what they call snatch recovery. This is when you typically use a series of ropes to try to get his friend's Jeep unstuck from the mud. However, in this case, they seem to use a series of chains, and he proceeds to floor it. Now you may already see where this is going, because the kinetic energy that this builds snaps the chain, sending it flying backwards. Take a look.
Looking. More!
Hey, if you want to get across London, you do it by tube, and they give you a tube map so you can know how to navigate your way.
Did a cat go through?
But that.
Oh, the rope.
But that's not where the story ends, because when this was posted online, the speculation was that someone was in the driver's seat. Now, there was no way for me to confirm this, but it has led to many edits with aftermath videos depicting the man and his injuries, most of which are from unrelated incidents. Moral of the story, don't Google this video. And when pulling a car out of the mud, always use rope and stand far away enough that you're not in harm's way.
It don't look like anyone was in there.
In March of 2024, a solo camper based in the UK caught a series of events that he couldn't explain. Now this YouTuber, that goes by the name Welcome to the Woods UK, often posts videos teaching survival, even going as far as hunting for his own food. But while checking in on a shelter that he had been building, he discovers that something had destroyed it. But it wasn't the first time strange occurrences had happened in that area.
This woodland just gets stranger and stranger, but the gutting thing is I was hoping to show you lot that cabin built from start to finish. It was just going to be a little cabin. I might as well show you it now. It's wrecked, but I might as well show you it's wrecked now. But I'll show you the video I was starting to make that would have probably took a month or two.
Now, he had previously set up trail cameras in the area, so he decided to check the trail footage, thinking it was probably just a bunch of bored kids, even though the area was rather secluded. But what he caught on camera was pretty terrifying.
There's a figure at night time that's in the right hand side of, I believe it's camera 6. Starts off, comes out of the woodland, and then all of a sudden it seems to trigger the camera again and then come back out. That again happens about a week later on camera 4. But this time it's daytime and it's a bit more explainable. I mean, it looks to me like someone's in there poaching for the deer perhaps, or doing a bit of wildlife photography, but whoever it is shouldn't be there. They haven't got permission to be there. It's only me. I've phoned the landowner Chris. He swears blind that no one else should be in there.
Checking the trail footage confirmed that something indeed was lurking around his campsite. And while it was odd, he just assumed that someone could be just living out there without permission. But before settling down for the night, he decided to make some noise traps. These would alert him if anyone came near while he was sleeping. However, he wouldn't be getting much sleep that night, because whatever it was lurking nearby. Take a look.
This guy's shifting around the whole forest. What am I hearing? You hearing this? Rain? Can't be rain. Why it can't be rain? Because I decided.
A few weeks later, he decided to set up a dummy camp. That way, he could observe it from a distance and hopefully capture something on camera. And although not capturing anything of note, that night he captures some strange whooping noises coming from the woods around him, leaving him terrified.
I'm gonna keep this light as low as I can. But it sounds like a woman shouting or screaming. Jesus.
That's an owl. What? Oh, that's an owl.
Jesus. The hell is that? What the hell is that? Switch over to night vision 1 second.
Now whatever this is, seems to only want to scare him, possibly trying to keep him out of the area. And although this is where the story ends, he plans to go back to the same area. So definitely, go
what do you mean?
check out his channel. And as always, let me know what you think.
Is it really worth it, bro?
And although this is where the story ends, he plans to go back to the same area. So definitely, go check out his channel. And as always, let me know what you think.
At least go with someone. You going with someone?
If you've made it this